If you're an athlete like me, the last thing you want to do is get injured. And really, it's because you don't want to stop doing what you do. That's how I feel, at least. The last thing I want to do is to not be able to work out. Some people, an injury comes on and they're like, okay, here's an excuse not to work out. For me, I have to talk myself through, hey man, should you be working out or should you be resting? And today, that's what I'm going to dive into. Working out if you think you may be injured. I have 8 things that you should consider in order to stay safe, but also to really make sure that you can still fulfill your passion of fitness, working out, and exercise. Because this can be really tough. If you really love to work out, the last thing you want to do is take a rest day. At least that's how I feel. Now, before we dive in, I have a gift for you. It is my 3 pillars of healthy living wrapped into my healthy living guide. It's going to take you less than 3 minutes to read through it and integrating these 3 pillars into your life today. I recommend grabbing it. It's linked right below this video. So remember, I am not a healthcare professional. Disclaimer right on the screen, disclaimer in the description of this video as well. So really, step 1 is always consult your medical professional or a medical professional. This is really important, especially because if you're super passionate about working out and fitness like me, you may overlook some things. You may try and push through some pain. You need to make sure that you have a third party, a medical professional, guiding you through the process. For me, I talk to my massage therapist, my chiropractor, and my coaches. Now, I don't see a medical doctor more than just once a year. I see one to do my physical, make sure that, I'm checking the boxes. So this is what I do. You need to do whatever is best for you medically. So whoever your medical professional is, go talk to them. You should probably be talking to your primary care doctor. That's the first thing. The second thing is, if you are going to continue to work out, avoid the area that you may feel is injured. Okay? Avoid the injured area or the sore area or the area that has pain. So this means that if you're like me, back in 2019, I was doing a bunch of burpees and I tore my pec. I tore my pec right here, my left pec. And I was pissed. I was so pissed. I'm like, I just tore my pec doing burpees. What do I do now? Well, thank God it wasn't as bad as I initially thought it was. Regardless, I told myself, you know what? My legs still work. I'm gonna ride the bike. So that's what I did. I didn't do any burpees. I let it heal. I did everything I needed to do to let it heal. And I rode the bike. I ran. So avoid the injured area. You can keep working out, but just avoid the injured area. I currently have a knee issue. I don't think it's injured yet. And I'm not gonna let it get to that point. But what I'm doing is I'm avoiding lower body exercises. That means that my runs have become walks. That means that if I am gonna run, I'm not running very far and I'm not running very fast. That also means that when I'm at Yoga Sculpt, I'm not doing any of the poses that are engaging my lower body. I'm avoiding using my quads. I'm avoiding using my glutes, my hamstrings, etc. My upper body, I can keep doing whatever I want. So I'm doing my biceps, I'm doing my chest press, doing my triceps, doing all of that. I'm just taking it easy on the part of my body that I'm having trouble with. I'm resting it. Number 3, you need to treat the injury. And if you're not injured, but you think an injury might be coming on, same thing. So for me, yet again, massage therapist, chiropractor, coaches, I've been letting them know that this is what's going on. I've been getting trigger point and sports massage on my right leg, okay? And digging out all the knots in my hamstring, digging out all the knots in my quads, making sure that my shins aren't creating any added pressure on my knee. I'm treating the injury. So in addition to massage, chiropractor, and working with coaches, I'm also doing some PT. I'm doing my own PT. So in high school, I tore the patella tendon in my left knee. So I have a full regimen of physical therapy exercises to work on my knee. So I'm doing PT. So for me, that means that I'm rolling, I'm foam rolling. Now, I'm not rolling the knee, I'm rolling around the knee. That is a really good thing for you to do. If you have an injury somewhere, don't work on that area. Work on everything around it. Work on the muscles around it. So when I had a tear in my pec, I wasn't working on my pec. I was keeping my bicep, my tricep, my shoulders. I was keeping everything around it loose. So foam rolling, massage gun, or massager. But try to avoid the area. You don't want to work on the area. The area needs to heal. You want to work on the areas around it. So treat the injury. Next thing. This is probably the hardest part for me, but so important. Rest even if you don't want to. Even if you don't want to. So what I'm noticing is last year I did a 50-mile ultra. I also ran 2 50Ks, 2 marathons. I did a lot. And I stayed injury-free last year. One of the things that I did is I took 1 full day off from working out every week. Ever since I did my 50-miler, I've not been doing that. I've basically been taking a full day off every 2 or 3 weeks when my body has had enough. So you need a rest, even if you don't want to. Now, it could be different for different people. So resting could be, working on a different part of your body. The problem is, what's happened to me is I've stopped resting and I've really overloaded things. So what I'm doing moving forward is I'm integrating a rest day. I'm integrating a rest day every week, because when I don't do it, I tend to have things build up and I get close to injury. So take a rest day even if you don't want to. I know it's hard. 5, stay hydrated. So you want to do this because your body needs water. The more hydrated your muscles are, everything in your body, it promotes healing. This is why you probably, if you feel an injury coming on, you probably shouldn't drink. You probably shouldn't do things that are going to take the hydration out of your body. Staying hydrated is going to help inflammation go down in your body. So you want to stay hydrated, and you want to avoid foods, we'll just call it other things. This could be alcohol. This could be just other things that cause inflammation in your body. When you're able to really decrease the inflammation in your body, it promotes healing. A lot of inflammation occurs in the areas that may or may not be injured. So by avoiding foods and other things like alcohol that cause inflammation in your body, you're going to heal faster. 7, ice. Icing literally brings that inflammation that is in your body down. So you want to ice the different areas. For me, I have this knee thing going on right now. I'm not just icing my knee, I'm icing the muscles around the knee. So I'm icing my quads, I'm icing my hamstrings, I'm icing my shins. I'm icing the areas that I need to have loosen up so that my knee can heal. Promotes healing, promotes blood flow. Blood flow equals healing. Lastly, you can use gels, creams, different supplements. For me, I really like CBD. I take it orally. I also rub it on the areas. I like arnica a lot. So, supplements and gels. Yet again, make sure you talk to your healthcare professional. They're gonna give you a lot of ideas of how you should manage your injuries. With that being said, when I tore my patella tendon, the first doctor I talked to said that I should immediately get surgery. Okay? Immediately. When I broke my hand, the first doctor that I saw also told me, you need surgery, you're never gonna have a knuckle again, you're not gonna have the full range of motion in your pinky. So what did I do? I was like, okay, thank you, doctor. And then I talked to multiple other medical professionals, and they had vastly different opinions. Long story short, I did not end up getting surgery on my patella tendon. I did 6 months of physical therapy, 2 hours a day, and my knee healed. Long story short, I did not get surgery on my hand, on my broken hand. I did physical therapy. I put it in a splint for about 3 to 4 weeks, and it healed. So when you're talking to medical professionals, I recommend you get multiple opinions. I know that can be expensive, and some of you may not be able to have that luxury. Understood. But if you can, it may be worth it. Last time I checked, getting surgery is more expensive than alternative options. Okay? That doesn't mean that you don't necessarily need surgery. It just means that maybe you're gonna need to spend a few $100 more up front to get things evaluated, to get multiple opinions. And you may be like, oh man, that is gonna cost me a lot of money. It may save you money in the long term. Getting multiple opinions is very important. And getting specialized opinions. Talking to a regular doctor versus someone who specializes in knees, it's a big difference in knowledge that they have. Same thing, talking to just a regular medical doctor and someone that specializes in hands, in pecs, you get it? So make sure you get those opinions. Stay safe. If you want to start living a healthier life, today, grab my free guide. It's gonna take you less than 3 minutes to read. There's 3 pillars, 3 things, easily integrate them into your life. Thank you for the likes and subscribes.